Welcome to the PatRack 2.0 training site. In this session, we will discuss how to create a patient encounter. This training is primarily suited for support staff, case management, and clinical staff using PatRack 2.0. In PatRack, we define an encounter as a record of contact with that patient or maybe even about that patient. We will see that there are several types of encounters, and depending on the type and the requirements of the clinic, there may be more or less data required to collect. In this example, we will be creating a new encounter for Stephanie Smith. The type of encounter we will create is a telephone management encounter, which is a basic encounter type that can be used across multiple clinic scenarios to document relevant information about a patient in their chart. To begin, I will use the admissions list view to locate Stephanie Smith. I can open my admissions list view by clicking the admissions link in my navigation panel. While there are other ways to create encounters, using the admissions list view as the primary starting point is what we recommend. The other method requires you to search for the patient using the patient search method and navigating to their admission through their demographic chart. Again, this is the recommended method using the patient admissions list view, as it allows you to skip a couple of steps. I will search for Stephanie Smith by typing in her last name, and here I see her admission listed here at the top of my screen. I will double click to open it and then begin my encounter process. To begin, I will click on my Encounters tab and then locate the New button to click and create a new encounter. This tab will also list any prior encounters this patient has had throughout this admission. I will click the New button to be presented with a new blank encounter screen. It's important to note that before completing any other information on this screen, I must select the type of encounter I want to proceed with. In this case, again, we will be using a telephone management encounter. This selection of the type of encounter determines what data elements I will need to complete on the screen. From there, I have my encounter date, so this will be the date that I've had contact, or maybe perhaps somebody has contacted me about this client. I have my care provider selection made, and then I have optional fields relating to the type of contact, the disposition, and the location of the encounter. If required by my clinic, I may be needing to enter a start as well as end time for my encounter length. For billing purposes, I may also be required to enter the rendering provider for this encounter. Lastly, I have a document field in which, as needed, I can attach a single file document that is specific and relevant to this encounter. Because this is simply an encounter to document a telephone call, I will use the clinic notes section to enter notes relevant to my conversation with my patient. When finished, in this case, I did not render any activities, whether they are billable or non-billable, so I do not need to utilize the Activities tab. When finished with my encounter and my note, to exit the screen, I can simply click the Save and Close button, which will save my new information as well as exit the screen. If you have any additional questions about encounters, please feel free to contact us at support@patrac.info. Thank you.